Hello and welcome to our YouTube channel, Alex I, the M Media TV show live from Gilgil. Today we are privileged to have visited one of the best coach in Gilgil sub-county, and he will be giving us more information about what he does and what it all entails with his career. So welcome so much, coaches.
Shukran.
To start with, who is Magige?
Okay, I'm Magige William. I'm a coach, having climbed from the coaching ladders from the CAF D to CAF C. Currently, I'm there, and I'm also a CEO of Uprise Football Academy, which is in Gilgil. We are nurturing talents, and we are tapping most of the talents that have not been untapped, both girls and boys. Our training ground is usually at the GTI estate. I'm also privileged to be the coach of Koilel Forces Academy, which we have a project that I took, and I felt like that this project is good for me, for my career, for the development of the football generally in Gilgil, through the patronage and the help of the chief principal, Mr. Philemon Obenge. Currently, we are doing a lot with him, and he has partnered with the Uprise Football Academy Management, where we are also having a sports management program, where we usually help most of the teams in managing and nurturing talents around Gilgil. I'm privileged to be here today, being that I'm also a teacher by profession. It is really helping me to put a shift, both classroom and outside. I'm connecting with the community a lot through sports, and specifically through football.
Thank you very much. To begin with, that is a good introduction. To begin with, where did you school?
Okay, that's a nice question. My primary background, I started at Nairobi, Mathare Community Education and Development Organization, which is known as the C.E.O organization in Mathare. I've risen through the ranks of the Mathare Youth Sports Association, and also that's where I was realized and tapped by Wangapala Boys High School, which is in Kaspul Kabondo, Homa Bay County. That's where I took my secondary education, and having succeeded through the KCAC, through the program, I managed to go to the Egerton University, where I studied Bachelor of Education, Arts and Community Studies. That's why you are seeing I'm engaged in my
Community development.
community
activities.
development, yes.
That is nice.
Yes.
You've mentioned about that organization. Basically, what does that organization deal with? It's good tujue, ndio watu wengine pia wenye watawatch waweze kuona venye wanaweza saidika pia through that organization.
Or the Mathare Community Education?
Yes, yes.
Okay, Mathare Community Education Development Organization, or the C.E.O School, is a school that has partnered with the Chinese Republic, or the community, where they are helping underprivileged kids from the Madare slums. And through that, I got sponsorship of education from the Madare Community Education Trust, which is the CME Trust, where I moved from the ranks and all that. They helped me a lot through the mentorship program that we usually had. We usually held during the holidays. We usually had the high school programs that are the ones that are helping me to give back to the community. What the basic thing that they were insisting on us is to have the giving back of the community, where you come from. So having come to Gilgil 15 years ago, I understood my community, how it is, because I've been here. It's now almost 19 years going. So you find that it has helped me a lot in understanding my community and being able to give it back to the community. So it's very important that the Madare Community Education and the CME Trust have helped me to come through the mentorship program, where they also had what we call the Pamoja initiatives. Those are the ones that have helped me a lot to come up with the community-based organization or structure that is helping kids around, and we are really moving on well.
So tuseme hii ni organization inachapa tu kuondoa jamaa mtaani na kuwafanya wakuwe fit.
Exactly.
Talent wise, ndio?
And to be social entrepreneurs.
Sure.
Yes.
Sasa coaches, nauliza,
yes,
why coaching tu? Kwa sababu gani tu kaamua coaching?
Thank you. That's a good question. Why coaching? Having risen from the ranks of the Madare Youth Sports Association, the MAISA, under the patronage of Bob Munro, the late Bob Munro. It has, I'm the product. I'm a product of Madare structures, where we had the under 11, under 14 and all that. And I was able to share the pitch with some of the Kenyan international when I was at a young age. People like Teddy Akumu. We've shared the same pitch where we used to play at Madare Depot. I was helped by the Madare Roots Football Club through the help of Mr. Titus Kuria, who is the CEO of C.E.O Trust. And people like Judah, they were the one that nurtured us mostly. We have someone by the name Benedict Kiage, who is the owner or the CEO of the Madare Community Education. Those are the people who gave us the platform to perform, and we got scouted and became nurtured by some of the coaches from outside or up countries. In Wangapala, for instance, I was able to be nurtured by the late Mr. Ouma, who was very enthusiastic about football. That has helped me to understand the real footballing world. And also I've also played in the ranks of the FKF pyramid structures. The highest I've reached is the Division 2. But fortunately, because of the academic issues and all that, I was unable to balance both sides. So the professional aspect, the academic and the football, I left at some point, because I understand that if I had undertaken those things serious, I would even been in a higher team. At some point, I was also scouted by Tusker Youth. I was also scouted by that time KRA. By then was playing. We received some of the scouts from the KRA. Yeah. The
Revenue Authority.
Ushuru FC.
Yes, Ushuru FC.
So they came and realized we had potential, but we were young, body wise and all that. We were young at that point. So that, and also another one, we were under the programs of the Norway Cup program that was being held in Maisa. At some point, I was scouted by the
Norwegians.
Not necessarily Norwegian. We have the Mr. Francis Kimanzi. He was able to scout us at some point, but I found me when I was taking my KCPE exams, so I was unable to go. So it's a really good structure that has helped me to move.
So you chose coaching because all through your life you've been in football.
In a football world, yes.
Okay.
So I chose that because, and also it's a passionate thing that I do. You can't do that football without passion.
Sure.
So I have that passion of driving me. It's a driving force.
From your CV,
yes,
your CV is very rich in terms of football, having grown through those ranks in that a Kenyan kid would want to grow through.
Yes.
Maybe if you could tell us some of your achievement, both as a player and as a coach.
As a coach.
Yes.
Thank you. First of all, let me start as a player. As a player, I've been able to study freely through football sponsorships. Okay. That's a big achievement, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so that has been a biggest benefit of my life. I've got a job because when you look at the footballing world, you have to look at somewhere that you land after the playing time is over. So I took my time and realized that I need to take the corporate world or the professional aspect seriously. I've risen through the ranks. Football has helped me to acquire education. Football has helped me to acquire job that I'm teaching right now because of football. Someone realized my potential. First of all, I started teaching at NYS secondary. That's where now my coaching career kicked off around Gilgil. I took that team from a low zonal team to a sub-county competitor without the resources. As we understand, most of the day schools are not well resourced by the government.
Sure.
So it becomes a problem for us, but I have beat all the odds. I have nurtured. Most of my players are playing in the sub-county leagues, in the county leagues, and I'm happy when I see them. They have come through my ranks and all that. Of course, I could not do anything without the involvement of other community coaches. So we have been together, we have helped each other properly, and that's why you are seeing the zeal of us moving on well. So it is it's a project, it's a program, both academics, as a coach, as a player. I have underseen tremendous improvement on. So it's very important that I have got those achievements.
Quite impressive.
In the coaching, that was the player aspect, right?
Yes.
In the coaching aspect, it's through there that I realized it's better. You can't coach without these coaching badges.
Okay.
I went to class and I started rising from the ranks. And I've seen through the class, it has changed my mindset a lot. It has helped me to improve. It has helped me to see football in a broader angle. The one that I was not seeing when I was a player. The one that I was not seeing as a coach that has not gone to class or to acquire those coaching badges. Of course, I'm not hoping to stop there and to coach at the highest level. And my role models in Africa, the ones that I'm seeing, I have one of the best South African coach, Pitso Mosimane. He's always my role model because he has risen through the ranks of Africa football, and he's now coaching in the elite level of the Arabian Peninsula. So it is really pushing me. It is really pushing me towards that. So I'm not hoping to stop there. I'll undertake more coaching badges. I'll expand my knowledge of football, because at some point I might be a technical director of a team.
Sure.
I might be a coach of a youth team, because most of my work I'm involved in the youth development. Yes. So, and to be there when the Harambee Stars or the national team will be calling, I want to be part of it. I have to be called. I have to be there. Magige has to be in the national development structure of football.
Sure.
Yes.
And talking of development structure at the national level,
Yes.
what is your thought about the new office, the new office that has just been elected into office, led by chairman,
the FKF president,
the FKF president, that has a technocrat by the name Magige? What is your thought?
I can see, changes. They say change is as good as rest.
Sure.
And we can't be in a society where we have to stagnate. So we are seeing a place where we are challenging. We are really pushing to the development of football. I can't say much because I'm not involved much in the politics sides of football, but we are really moving at the right direction. Having seen the under 17, under 13 structures that are coming, and the under 19, I'm seeing where we are moving at the right trajectory. We will be competing with the Western country, the Western Africa country, because they have really moved ahead of us in terms of the youth development. They are taking a lot of their prospects abroad. You see, most of the players, like Malian players, are playing at the Austrian league. You see the Senegalese playing at the French. So those are the things that we want to oversee. Most of the South Africans you can see are moving. So those are the things. Even Kenyans right now, we have started moving at that trajectory, which is a right trajectory, because at some point our leagues were not okay. But right now there is that paradigm shift in terms of competition and all that. We as the youth coaches, we are feeling that we are becoming part and parcel of the development of that football structure, which is good. We really like that. And personally, I'm seeing a positive change, a paradigm shift in that.
So with the appointment of Benny McCarthy, I think the Kenyan football is in the safe hands.
Very much safe, because I feel like he's an experienced, both international player and as a coach, having played under the best coaches like Jose Mourinho, having coached under Eric Ten Hag as a coach striker of the Manchester United, having played at the Wigan Athletic and all that. So you see, he's coming, having played also in the South African League. So he's someone who has an understanding of both the African setup and the Europe setup. So he's very rich. He's very rich in terms of knowledge, which also as a coach, I'm looking forward one day, one time I'll be under him, learning something about what it entails to bring that development at some point. So it's very important.
So coach, what you see, there is what you're calling a sponsorship in terms of football development in Kenya.
Yes.
And we've been having some challenges attributed to the mere fact that some betting companies have come up sponsoring the KPL, and at the same time destroying it. So there is a scandal that is emanating from these particular betting companies.
Yes.
So what is your thought about betting and footballers in Kenya in regards to whatever happened to Patrick Matasi who is on suspension for the next 3 months, pending his investigation into alleged, the word is alleged, alleged conflict of interest when he was playing for Kenya as a goalie. What is your take on betting? Is betting companies promoting development of football structures in Kenya, or is the one that is promoting its detrimental?
To me, I'll have both views. Because where there is something positive, there is something that is negative. So, first of all, for football to develop, we need corporates. And these corporates are the ones that will invest in our grassroots levels. And these corporates, initially we had parastatals that were coming in place, and they were moving in, putting those shifts and all that. But when the parastatals declined, you see the football now became a challenge. Like teams like Ushuru, we understand that those are government parastatals, right?
Yes.
Those are the teams that could be holding the Kenyan league at some point. We had teams like Mahakama, which was for the judiciary, right?
Judiciary, yes.
So those are the things that we are looking. Were it that they were involved, this thing could not be been experienced, have been experienced.
Okay.
We understand that right now players do not get that satisfaction. We are not yet there. We are not paying players according to how they are supposed to be paid, right?
Yes.
So you find that it's becoming a menace. If someone comes with a little bit of the incentives, the players are likely to give in into that pressure, because most of them want money. Apart from playing, let the passion also pay. So you find that that passion at some point is not paying. So I wouldn't say, regarding on the issue of the match fixing issue that we saw the country is making noise on. I wouldn't say it's an evident, or it's has been going on. But first of all, what I see is that, have we provided the right education to the grassroots coaches on matter of integrity on football? If no, then we have failed. If yes, then as coaches we are failing, because it's us who will teach these kids that match manipulation is not allowed. We have to uphold the utmost integrity of football in our country and in our world. That's why we have most of the governing body. I can't say that those things are not they are happening. People are getting rich out of that, because football is a broad industry that we also have to involve everybody. You see, football employs everybody. It does not neglect. So it's very important that you understand how this happens.
So basically what you're trying to say is remuneration in terms of the playing unit should be upped kidogo, si ndio?
It should be.
Ndio avoid hii vitu ya manipulation, because kuna mtu aliaisema mashabiki ndio huwa wanaumia, because at times you have hope kwamba team inaenda kushinda, and then later on unapata there was behind the curtains kulikuwa na mtu alipiga deal akasema you must consider silly goal and then you get this amount of money, something that has been going on in Africa for a very long time. So you've touched on issue of integrity. It boils down to integrity.
Yes.
Now advice to the young lads wenye wana come up in football, unaweza waambia ni aje?
Football is never easy. It really needs sacrifice. First of all, you have to sacrifice yourself. Another thing, you have to get out of your comfort. The sweat and the shift that you have to put has to be in equal proportion. At the end, you have to believe on the process, trust the process, and again, be in a good environment that will help you to grow. Don't just play for the sake of playing. Don't just do things for the sake of doing it. as young lads are coming, I'll encourage them. What will make them to be at the top is the discipline, the hard work, and the determination. And most of all, they listen to the instructions that they have been given. However, how much they see someone is not knowledgeable, but the little instruction that it will help them to circumnavigate into the ranks, and they will find themselves in the uppermost level.
So, Coach, it has been a pleasure.
Thank you.
Having you.
Thank you.
Maybe last one.
Yes.
Have you heard of the battle between Arocho and Gidi? Hii ya kusema mwingine ni futibola, mwingine sio futibola. Umesikia?
I'm not that into
the social media,
into the radio personalities, okay, of which they are there to help us grow.
Yes.
I understand Arocho is doing a good job in terms of football, journalism, and Gidi also is doing good on the radio. I've heard about Radio Africa, which is part and parcel of. So there are people that
lastly, yes, timu yako ni gani Premier League?
The KPL, Kenya Premier League.
Yes, tuanze na Kenya kwanza.
First of all, ask me about the lower leagues.
Okay.
The lowest tier, which is the regional league. I'm a fan of Flam City Academy, which is in Nakuru. They have good girls. We are partnering with them. Uprise, we are growing and we are taking there. Some of our players are there. In the Division 1, Division 1, I'll say Gucha. Gucha Youth is really doing a tremendous job. And NSL, I'll say I like most of the teams there. We have Higa United, which is under the senior coach Manoa. I like what APS Bomet is doing. I like what Fortune Sacco is doing. And in the KPL, I'm a fan of Kariobangi Sharks. Because of you understand why I'm a fan.
You rise from there.
Yes. And then also their style of play is really interesting. When you watch at that, they really play sweet football that is appealing. Because football is not a matter of playing. You have also to entertain fans, which is those are the 12th player. And also I'm a fan of let me say what Kenya Police are doing. And the Kenya Police are doing. They are really good. They know, those people knows how to unearth talents together with Kariobangi Sharks. Now let's come to Africa. Africa, I'm a fan of Mamelodi Sundowns. A very big fan of Mamelodi Sundowns.
Kuna jamaa fulani anaitwa Shabalala.
Those are the people that have risen through the ranks of Mamelodi Sundowns, right? And also Stellenbosch in South Africa. It's a team that it's a Leicester type of team that has risen to the ranks of South Africa. And our neighbors here, Tanzania, I really like what Yanga and Azam are doing. They are really taking football at a storm. I also like what Al Ahly of Egypt is doing. That's the only team that I know can take a player from Europe
and pay them.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And also the upper part of North, I'm a fan of Wydad Casablanca. Wydad Casablanca. I really like what they are doing. And now when we go to Europe, I'm a fan of interesting football. So I really like teams that are playing and good football. First of all, I'm a fan of Arsenal, a very big fan. But I like teams like Nice of France. I like the one that Fabregas is coaching in Italy.
Which one is this? Don't even remember.
I like what
you like tiki-taka football.
Yes, in short, the interesting football. I like what a team from Norway that is known as Bodo Glimt, Bodo and Glimt. I really follow them a lot, so I learn a lot from football. And in the lower leagues of the English Premier League, the Championship, I like what Frank Lampard is doing with Coventry. So that one is really motivating me to incorporate both the ideas from abroad, home, because as a coach you have to be broad and be ready to learn. Those are the things that I'm bringing to my academy, to our academy, which is Uprise Football Academy, which is in partnership with Koilel Forces Academy. So you see, we are really doing a tremendous job. So I'm hoping someday, even I've also encouraged you to bring your kid to our academy once he attains the.
He will become.
Once he attains the age.
He will become it.
Yes.
And then lastly, coach,
yes,
we'll be hosting hopefully we'll be hosting the CAF in August.
Yes.
Your last message. This is the last one. I've said this is the last. Now this is the second time. This is the last one. Your message to the government as we prepare to host CAF coming August.
Please, to the government, please invest in these talents. Kenya, we have a lot of talents. Please, let's invest. Let the Minister of Sports and all that, let's come together. We are the football stakeholders and all that. We can take this, we can retain this thing. This thing is home, we can retain it if we want. But it will help us to it will really have to put both energy. And lastly, what I'm hoping for is Harambee Star to take this thing home.
Sure.
And since we are mostly involved with the players at home, the Chan players, locally assembled team, we have talent. Africa has talent. Let people watch the space.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
It has been a pleasure hosting Coach Magige. From that particular story, I would ask and request you to subscribe to our channel, AIM Media TV show, and we are hoping to bring more inspiring stories of such kind, both interviews and on ground. Sasa leo unaona, leo tumekuwa kwa ground, tumeona vizuri venye kazi inafanyika kwa ground. Thank you very much, coach. Until next time.